By His grace, this morning we are going to touch on a subject which some people, let's say Christians, some Christians don't know and others know. Some Christians are in it, others are blindly following what they think is an innocent process, but they are being initiated into it without them knowing, without considering whether or not it is the Christian way to go. It is godly, it is scriptural, it is the will of God. So let us, of course, we started with reading Revelation chapter 3, verses 1 to 6. And so the topic for our lesson today, this morning, is occult rituals. Occult rituals. Why are we talking about this topic in a church, in our gathering? It is because it is essential. We know the Lord Jesus Christ talked about hell more than heaven. So, and He used every opportunity to warn His followers. And so we also need to warn our friends, our neighbors, our community, especially to warn our congregations and our families on what is going on and what they may not know. So again, we are talking about occult rituals, and this topic is taken from one Bible teacher who has written a lot of information, and I have his permission to use the material that we are going to use this morning. His name is Steve Barwick, and he has given me permission to use the articles. And the article he wrote, it's a commentary, it's called Occult Ritual Transformation and Coronavirus, How Mask Wearing, Hand washing, social separation or distancing, and lockdowns are age-old occult rituals being used to initiate people into a new global order. So if you wanted the article, it's online and you can get it yourself, but we need to understand what the article is about. It's a long, lengthy article, but all the same, it is something that caught our attention, and so we believe we should let everybody know. As we all know, the world, the global elite, they are interested in getting people into a new world order that suits their purpose. Why is that? It is because these global leaders are involved in occult rituals. One would say that, well, occult is only mainly in places where, they are in the third world or second world, but occult exists everywhere because Satan is everywhere. Of course, he's everywhere because of what happened and when he rebelled against God, and he was driven away from the presence of the Lord. Now, what are we talking about? Again, we are talking about occult rituals, and as we are reading from the article, it's a lengthy article, and so there are references, scriptural references, and also other references, but we should know that the global leaders today are largely occultists. The same goes for business owners. and many of the largest businesses in the world, sports franchises, they are into it. Celebrities, they even push it, they even do it, and they even encourage. They do it openly. Many times when they host their what do you call it? Super Bowl, which is a football, version of the American soccer, but this is not soccer, it's football is what we call it. The Super Bowl, during halftime, the entertainment they provide is mainly occultic, inviting people to watch. They do it plain, so that you don't feel that, oh, they are hiding. They don't hide it. So when we see what is going on, we should ask God to help us. So let's continue. Quite frankly, many Christian churches have been infiltrated by practitioners of Kabbalah. What is Kabbalah? Kabbalah is a Jewish mysticism, magic spells, enchantment, man-made numerology, and other esoteric or mysterious and occult practices that the Orthodox rabbis use in the course of their daily lives and now teach Christian leaders to use as well. There are so many references. So the same goes for the enemies of Christ. The world's top-tier leaders pushing occultism, including those enemies of Christ who run the four hidden dynasties of politics, education, economics, and religion. It should come as no surprise to you that the entire global coronavirus crisis is replete with occult symbology and ritual occult initiation themes. Indeed, as you will see throughout the rest of this document that we are providing, the entire manufactured coronavirus crisis is one giant occult ritual from start to finish, divided up into 4 mini rituals, each with a distinct occult purpose of initiation and transformation of the world and its people into a new global order. At the recent World Economic Forum in Davos, many of the world leaders pushed a global reset, or the new normal, and the media repeated it with suspicious orchestrated song. The new normal. You can search it and you find it online. Many of them, new normal. But let's start to examine the 4 distinct but interrelated occult rituals that make up this massive global occult ritual initiation ceremony. Number 1, ritual mask wearing. Number 2, ritual hand washing. Number 3, social distancing. Number 4, ritual lockdowns. To go back to number 1, ritual mask wearing. Some of us who came from Africa know specifically that there are times or seasons when some group of people who are into rituals, what do? They make a certain time in which they do their ceremony. During that time, you are not supposed to go out in the evening. They do it in the evenings. And they have their mask on, and they have their bands, and then they will do all those rituals. And when they go, they don't want anybody to be in front of them. So you see them beating their drums and doing all those things. Why do they have a mask on? That's to let you know. Now, when it comes to mask, say, oh, just put on the mask, just this thing prevent. If mask prevents people from having the virus, why didn't they do it in Midwest, in I think South Dakota? The governor there refused, or South or North Dakota, one of the two states. The governor didn't. And then look at Sweden. They didn't have to put on those masks. And what happened to them? So it is not actually about the virus. It is about something else. But let's read on.